Well, the Puget Sound Photographic Collectors Society is doing an appraisal of my dad's collection of antique cameras.
Yep.
Yeah, we might need help on this. American School of Art and Photography. Wow, beautiful. Difficulties with architectural photography, landscape photography.
Yeah, the Canon.
Wow.
Stuff. So.
Okay, well these would be fairly easy, right?
Yeah. This vintage Exacta was made by Kawa or?
One of them is a school annual. There was no printing in those days, so this is the only way they could do it.
Mm-hmm.
First use of plastic.
Am I correct in saying that's gutta percha?
Gutta percha is what it is.
Whatever. I don't know what the model number is, but that's that's the camera, very similar to the one that started my collection. I went to an auction one time.
That has a number on the back if it's helpful.
Yeah, number 16.
This is cabinet 3 in my dad's collection. The team is trying to progress fairly quickly through initial assessment of the cameras so we can move on to more detailed look.
Well, so I see like about 22. You know, I see less than $200 in this cabinet, and maybe more like 150.
Yeah.
And 100 of it would be right there. And see a whole row of Nikon bodies, and the bodies are $5 a piece. It's like unbelievable. I paid, you have that.
I've been selling my Pentaxes for $5 a piece.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cabinet 3.
Right.
Here we are, cabinet 4 in the guest bedroom.
And both of those are Kodaks.
Yeah.
Didn't you use those in the photo lab there, Walt?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. When the photo lab closed, we
That's
Number
stuff just
120.
like you did all went to surplus.
Oh, then you got to pick it up that way, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. This is the Boeing photo lab that
Right.
Walt retired from after 30 years there, Walt?
27.
This one is 120. It's the bullseye number 4. Number 4 bullseye. Yeah. So I'll just mark this as a small cabinet by the window in the guest bedroom, right?
Right.
Yep.
That's plastic. This is the pony. This one should be another Unix. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The old style, right?
Reflex.
Yeah, the ones that
Single
open up
lens
and
reflex,
yeah.
The name scratched in the bottom of this,
yeah, I
that
know.
definitely impacts the value
I
of
know
it.
it takes about 25% off of it.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
I used that at work once in a while.
Which one?
It's on top of my printer over there.
Oh, uh-huh. Oh.
We're talking about this panorama camera here that I used at Boeing.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
You know, and this is a good example of something that you may want to pull. Because of the memories that it has for you, we like to make sure that we communicate with you on a camera like that that you remember using.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I sure appreciate you fellas doing this for us. It's really a wonderful service.
Well, it's fun to do, actually. We found out that it's enjoyable to actually see all the wonderful stuff people have collected.
Yeah, and if it's a possibility to expose the club membership
Oh, yeah.
to the purchase of some of this
You bet.
stuff is kind of nice.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to step in there and see what's in there.
There's camera manuals and things going way back.
Has this got a cabinet number, Randy, or would this be?
I think it says a shelf
Okay, yeah.
in the corner of the room.
Great.
They're so neat for that purpose.
Yeah, it kind of sets them off.
Well, it's easy to change them too.
And beautiful wood. You know,
Oh,
it's just-
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm a ham too.
Oh, there you go.
Is this the one that made it to those wonderful temperatures?
Yeah, right.
Below zero,
My
Oh,
God.
high heat.
They overheated it.
Yeah, I was gonna
Just
say,
a little.
Looks
Yeah.
a little.
Can you imagine the
Melted.
engineer putting that in with the specimen and not having it look through a window on the outside?
That's incredible.
Some engineers, yes.
Yeah.
I could imagine that.
That's great. See yourself a few times.
Things that got lost, and there's a wonderful story, and I'm going to forget his name. He's a member of the club. He was a fireman, along with Ray. Expensive proposition. So he's up on top of his camper, taking a picture.
I've heard this story now. Okay.
And he forgets the gears on top. Takes everything down, puts it away in his camper, except the gears. And so when he goes around a curve, he hears the gears go off. But by the time he's gotten back there are 3 cars with flat tires. He ran over those gears and punctured their tires.
Poor guy.
He said, I didn't say anything. He said, I just walked around picking up gears.
Well, this is the first one of these I've actually ever seen that moved.
Yeah.
I actually wind it up
It's
and
got
actually
the gears, and
yeah,
the main
beautiful.
gear is here.
I feel real comfortable in this room. Kind of like just sit down and have coffee.
Probably a common problem. falling
Yeah,
off the
probably
truck.
common. Yeah.
So this is Century.
Oh, I love the weight of these things, man. They're so much smaller than some of their brothers, though, you know. It's 84, you know. Attested and all this.
Yeah.
Like as a dual stroke.
Do you do that in advance of offering it to your members, or?
Yeah,
do
we
you...
try to. We got the right guys.
Yeah.
Meter work.
So I hired
Okay.
him to.
Okay, yep, no, I knew Ken very well. Ken DeJarlet was your replacement. It was
Yeah,
one of those, it's like, okay, yeah, I can coordinate time-wise and everything else
Yeah.
in relationship for you. Had a basement dug in it for the chemical treatment
Yeah.
and everything, and we also had a mezzanine in that area. They had to take and put it back to no drains, no nothing,
Yeah.
completely back to a warehouse floor environment. And
74.
digital all moved into the photographer's building next door.
But here's one which would be one of those 20% cameras, except it's been painted by hand, it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got
That's,
us a contacts. It looks like it's actually been painted up
yeah.
here.
It has.
Yeah.
It's a '1 contacts, but it has been.
Yeah. Back looks okay, but the front is
Been
definitely
abused.
been painted black. Here.
Well, it was black to begin with.
Right.
I think.
Yeah,
just-
but yeah.
And it got all scratched up, and
Yeah.
so that detracts from its value. But
Yeah.
Sort of average condition.
Right, that's the
nothing,
way I looked at
nothing
is-
really excellent.
Mm-mm.
Some replacement, some painting,
Right, yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Little older restoration.
See, somebody's painted that one.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's like, well, that's quite a few cars for the morning to ride over.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was because the Hayek was down.
Yeah.
And you got the tourist here.
6 5x7 color.
Yeah.
We're in Mannion.
Mm-hmm. When did you get the truck?
Oh, about 20-some years ago.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Is an old Texaco truck.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell these guys, they definitely need to come out to the garage and see the accessories.
Yeah.
Beautiful collection of radios.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you just pick those up over the years,
Oh,
Bob?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some 60 years.
And have you refurbished them so they operate and all that?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Not all. Some of them were already working.
Some of your pictures on the wall here, Mike?
Those are all my pictures, yeah. Yep. I did a lot of the air-to-air work.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
So I'm back there, and we're opening this trunk, and here are all these letters from the Boeing company
Oh.
ordering models.
Oh,
So he was making models for the Boeing company. Of course, the letters were signed by people I knew at the
Yeah.
Boeing company who still worked there.
Oh,
It was
bizarre.
it was fun. It was quite interesting to read the letters and see the results, because I probably had seen some of the models in cases
What
at,
a,
at Boeing, and
what a coincidence.
yeah.
Who's the artist?
Was that Tom Bushnell's painting, Dad?
Yeah,
Very, very nice.
Good friend of Dad's.
Yeah.
You.
Okay, that's cabinet stays.
yeah.
That's the kind of thing
We'll
to
still
do
take
for
an
the-
inventory of it for you.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
do an inventory.
What year's
but
the
yeah.
model?
31.
This looks
The only thing I can see is you change the boards on the side of the truck to the Bob's Camera Company.
By takes it out.
Really?
Yes.
It's his only vehicle, and he still goes into town and does grocery shopping, and
That's amazing.
yeah.
There was a camera.
Oh, and with film. With film, though.
That's actually pretty unusual.
It is to see it with film and everything else.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's a good accessory for one of the others. Cases.
5x7.
Cases.
Very cool ideas too.
Yeah, these are going to Randy's sister. This,
Oh,
this whole cabinet.
Okay.
But they wanted to see if we might be able to give them an estimate,
Okay.
estimated value.
Since the experts are here, it's good to take advantage of that.
My unexpert opinion,
Yes.
60, 15, 40.
Altiflex.
Yeah, I'd say 10.
10. Okay.
Uh,
And this one?
15. I just don't know anything about those.
Yeah, the cases and the prints are going to be very depending on it's an autographic.
Got the stylus, 20.
Bellows look good.
Yeah, the bellows do look nice on that.
Faded red on the
The
Poco.
Poco is pretty faded. Now 20. 5.
Brand. Rochester.
Rochester Optical.
Uh-huh.
4x5. Oh, let's say 35 to 40 on that. Had any success?
And selling the
Selling
dry
those,
chemicals.
no.
Extra lens.
Oh, that's
Waterhouse.
that's
stops.
really cute, isn't it? I'd probably say 30 bucks on that. Grandpa.
So you were in another B-17, or this is the one you were in?
Oh, this is the one I flew
He was
in.
shooting out of the side
Of the bottom turret.
Yeah.
gunner.
Man,
Then going back, I laid up in the bombardier's position up in front
Yeah.
on their tummy and watched the terrain. That was more fun.
Yeah, just looking down kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
time to do a more careful inspection of this.
5x7 back on
It's got a
it.
sliding back, so you can put 2 images on one sheet of 5x7 film.
Okay. I think there's another back for this too, isn't there, Dad?
No.
Nope, that's
This
it.
lens looks rotated.
Isn't that a wet plate?
5x7 half plate.
It could take wet plates, it could take dry plates, or film,
Yeah.
cut film. It was the era when.
We've got to dust it off, Randy.
Oh,
While
that's
it's down
fine.
here?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do it for us.
No,
No.
No.
it's clean to us.
Yeah, that's pretty clean.
Oh,
So I went
yeah.
over my collection of lenses and
Yeah,
found one that fitted.
that's great. I see the light coming through.
It's just hard to find one that hasn't been dropped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it seemed relatively smooth.
They'll fit whenever I find a lens for them to
Yeah,
fit.
right, yeah. to give it some
Somebody
time-
has
Then all of a
tried
sudden
to
time.
do something with the bellows.
Yeah, try to do repairs.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of paint slopped down
Yeah.
there.
Paint and a little glue.
That's pretty common. There's like
Yeah.
glue or something there too, and they're kind of falling apart here. There's a nice big. Oh, that's
No, that's just where this
That's
piece
dirt.
got. That's
Yeah.
called dust.
that's dust.
A dust bunny, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
No extra charge for the dust.
All right.
exactly. That's nice looking. Very nice.
It's functional.
Mm-hmm.
It locks it in place so that
Yeah,
when you pick
yeah.
it up, it doesn't fall
Yeah,
apart.
it doesn't go anywhere.
You've had a chance to
It's a-
evaluate.
You got to see the detail
Yeah.
a little bit.
It took my dad and I a heck of a lot longer to go through all the cabinets and identify them and match them to the
Yeah.
Well,
records.
you did all this work for us.
Yeah.
You made a list. That makes it a lot easier for us.
Folding pocket camera.
Stereo has
Leah and
become
Horace
the thing,
left
the fashion.
no
Yeah.
close
And then
relatives
it drops off.
who will
And
care
then
about this album.
And then new people discover
A couple
it.
albums in here.
And I always caution people. I say,
That's notes.
such
Yes.
an amazing collection, so nicely displayed. That's
Yeah, just a pleasure to walk room to room, cabinet to cabinet. And then, of course, there's the step into the garage where there's this truck that got my attention. Yeah, that was beautiful.
As well as all the radios in there. But the
yeah.
cameras are a wide variety of very, very nice examples of history in photography and cameras themselves.
It's great to have a team come out and do an appraisal, especially those that are enthusiasts of collecting cameras, and it means a lot to me and my dad to go through this process, and we're very appreciative.
Well, this is one of the best Graphics collections I've ever seen,
Yeah,
too.
it's
Yeah.
pretty fabulous.
Just have more almost every model.
Example of every model. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been fun to be here, and it's just been enjoyable to walk around and see the other things that a collector collects.
Yes.
Thanks for taking the time and coming out.
Yeah,
No, thank you for giving us the opportunity.